Oh. Intro timer. Let that go. They don't need to hear us talking while Two, one. Woo! Live from my basement. It's Thursday night. Woo! I love my Stream Deck. I push a button. I can jump from screen to screen, back over the iMac only. Welcome to Dave's Imaginations. Dave's Imaginations presents Descent to Avernus, Slipping Hell's Grasp. And I'm just not confident in my YouTube abilities. I have to check, and I can see here that my voice is coming through. We're good. We're all good. Welcome to the game. Welcome to game night. Here we are. I can go back to both cams. Yeah, here. Now I need to talk up there, and you guys are here and there and everywhere, and we can say Happy Thursday. How's everyone doing? We're doing okay? Mm-hmm. We're all a little bit nervous. I think they're all a little nervous.
We're all going to die.
They're all nervous. They're all going to die. They're all going to die over here. Yeah,
okay,
or
they'll die, just not at the same time.
And not the clerics.
With 6 arms and how many attacks? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
12.
12 attacks, all at advantage. Not looking good. Not looking good. But you have one saving grace. But how about before I get into that, why don't we run our intro? Let's go to the game cam. Where's my game layout? Right there. It's the game layout. Okay, this looks like I need to do it. Is it this way? Nope. Is it this way? Oh, that's a little bit more centered for me. Whoop, whoop. Okay, jumping over the game layout. Jumping over to Foundry. How about our summary? You found the Sword of Zariel, but as you went to take possession, the ghost of the former General of Zariel appeared and told you to protect the city. Then, based on your actions, the sword may allow one it deems worthy to be its new champion. Behind the sword, you found that you were in a temple back on Elturel, but the temple was under attack by the forces of demon kind. For the moment you opened the temple From the moment you opened the temple doors, you found yourself in an intense battle. Hazru, Vrox, Nabusu, Knolls, and so many Knolls. The kiss of death's sweet embrace tempted Ruckus to no avail as you survived. During the battle, you encountered crazed villagers. Your initial inclination was to put the villagers out of their misery. But Lulu insisted they must be saved. And as you cured their madness via restoration and removed curse, a new threat. I gotta take off my... It's getting too hot in here. A new threat presented itself. Just when things seemed to die down, another wave of demonic terror entered the fray. An onslaught of gnolls, Hundreds of anthropomorphic demonic dogs cackle as they charge. That's not the right cackle. Cackled.
I like the Brady Bunch laugh track better.
The first group were the crazed villagers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice save.
An army led by a giant 6-armed demon named Garaknul. Garaknul. Christiana, with her sharp shooting ability, drew Garaknul's attention.
You're welcome.
Well, Garaknul reciprocated,
I did.
demonstrating his ability to teleport and prowess with his necrotic weapons. Christiana has been put down for insolence, and now Garaknul, harbinger of Yinigu, looks to do the same to the rest of you. But as you saved the last of the villagers, the sword spoke to you. The sword of Zariel spoke to you. You have demonstrated your prowess. No. You have demonstrated your worthiness. Come and unleash my holy might and vanquish the evil terror. Most of you have made a mad dash to re-enter the temple. We start with Olak, but we know Garaknul's turn is next.
Okay.
And where is Christiana at this point?
So, surveying the battlefield, right?
On my shoulder.
You grabbed her. Okay.
So, Lulu and Gloin are right at the doors of the temple. We have Panlamir carrying Christiana's unconscious body, closely followed by Ruckus. Martello kind of bringing up the rear here, with Minnie not too far away.
Get him, Minnie!
Kind of far back, but we know he, with his boots of speed, he can catch up quickly. Olak is kind of back further, and not too far from him is Panlamir's specter that he had summoned. So, Olak.
Okay. So, question: who do we want to give the sword to?
Not it.
Let's get inside the cathedral first.
Well, I think Olaf can get in there this turn, so that's why I'm asking.
Are you assuming whoever picks it up first is going to be the only one who can wield it?
Well,
I feel like that's an assumption we should make until proven incorrect.
You have been told that the sword will choose the one that it's worthy.
Oh, okay.
But
May as well start ruling folks in or out.
doesn't mean that the first person couldn't be worthy.
All right. Well, we'll go. Might as well start getting it over with.
There you go.
All right.
I would focus.
Where on? So I know there was windows on this cathedral thing. Olak would like to get to one of those, so he can peer inside.
I would like to say that any windows there have some sort of protection on them, because otherwise they would have been busted in by now.
Oh, I thought we were using them to look out.
You might have...
Look out through the bars.
Exactly.
Great. I'm not going to go through the window. I just want to see through the window.
Okay. Yes, we said that you could. We did say previously. So on either side of this entryway, sure, there's a window that you can peek through. You probably couldn't go through the window, otherwise the bad guys would have done that by now. But sure,
Right, well,
there's a window right there.
I'm going to move a dash.
All right.
Moving. It takes quite a while. And then I will try to Misty Step through the window towards wherever the sword is, if I can see it.
You can't see the sword per se, but you know it's on that end of the building. So you bamf.
Okay. I'll Misty Step as close to it as I think I can get.
Sure.
Or attempt to Misty Step, I should say.
So.
And that's my bonus action.
Based on the shape of this building, it would certainly be within 30 feet. So you bamf in, and you would get right up to the sword. And I think I have pictures of the sword.
And then let me take my 2d4 of damage, because I ran too far.
There's one picture of the sword. but it's actually buried. Yeah. There, something like that.
Okay. So yeah, I'll hop in, and then I use like 170 feet of movement. A bit more than that. 190 feet, let's say. So I've got 50 feet of movement left once I'm inside. So if I can move up to it, I'll grab it. Because I moved and dashed.
All right, you stand.
Attempt and see what happens.
You stand before the dais, atop which glows a sword of Zariel. Also before you, well, Lulu's not there. The ghostly warrior Yal, the holy fun. I remember everything now. That seems like evil. We follow. Oh, so she tells the story. We followed Zariel to Avernus, but the evil there proved to be too much for us. Asmodeus appeared and promised Zariel infernal legions to end the blood war, but she had to give the Lord of the Nine Hells her fealty. All right, so Zariel had to give fealty to Asmodeus. She accepted and became the archdevil, but not before Yal, the general ghost that's there, took the sword, hoping it could redeem Zariel someday. And they gave up the magic and memories. Lulu gave up her magic and memories, and Yale gave her life to construct this place to protect the sword. Yale's ghost says, "You have faced many trials to claim the sword of Zariel." It says, I've changed the story a little bit, so I need to make sure I read it right. I'm sorry to say you face one more. I don't think that's true. As the inscription says on the dice, the hero becomes one with this blade exists no longer. Are you brave enough to draw the blade and be gone forever? This is Yale the ghost speaking to you.
Gonna become
Yes.
one with the blade and be no more.
In essence, any character who survives the battle can pull the sword of Zariel from the dais. Characters who died are not able to remove the sword from the stone. That's per the book.
We didn't die.
You're just not alive at the moment.
Once the sword
Unconscious.
is removed from its stone, the character can attune to it immediately if the sword deems the character worthy. And attuning to the sword changes the character irrevocably. Whew. When a character attunes to the sword, the sigil... Alright, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Once a character claims the Yale's work is done. Alright, so let's go to this...
Can you display that in VTT?
I cannot.
Oh.
I cannot because I don't have it connected. I would have to... And I am not prepared to do that right now.
Yeah.
But what I might be
Just
able
would
to
have
do
made it easy
is...
for reference later.
Come on. Command plus? Oh, how's that, buddy? How's that?
Much better.
Can you read that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's coming through clearly.
But that's not where I want to be. I want to be here. But this is pretty big, too. All right. Attunement. This sword allows you to attune to it immediately without having to take a short rest. The first time you attune the sword, you transform into a heavenly, idealized version of yourself, blessed with otherworldly beauty and a touch of heaven in your heart. Neither magic nor divine intervention can reverse this transformation. Your alignment becomes lawful good, and you gain the following traits. You can speak and read celestial. You have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage.
Could be good.
Now, let me ask, what is your charisma right now, Olak?
Not anywhere close to 20. 8.
8. Your charisma score becomes 20. Unless it's
Damn.
already... So, that part of me was thinking, oh boy, if Panlamir or Ruckus get this, that's not going to be such a great bonus for him. You sprout a beautiful pair of feathered wings that grant you a flying speed of 90 feet and the ability to hover. If you already have different kinds of wings, those wings will be replaced by the new ones, and the old ones fall off. True sight, your eyes become luminous pools of silver. You can see in normal and magical darkness and see invisible creatures. Objects automatically detect visual illusions and succeed when saving throws against them. Perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic, and see the ethereal plane. Ethereal, fine. All within a range of 60 feet. You have a new personality. It's time to make some rolls. I need you to roll a d8.
One question here before we continue. So Olak has a feature of it's like some sort of like ancestral knowledge thing, and it's what lets him use the whip. When this happens, can we say that he gets the ancestral knowledge to use a sword again?
Yes.
Because he doesn't actually know how to use one very well.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right.
Yes.
A D8?
A d8, unless you want me to roll for it on screen.
Oh, no, I got it.
All right, let's see what you get.
That we don't have
7.
7. It's your personality trait. My praise and trust are earned and never given freely. That's
All right.
That's a new trait you have. All right.
That he does have, or he would have if it chooses him.
No, it's chosen him.
Oh, it has. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. This is happening. This is you've got it. You are going through the transformation.
Too late to back out.
Okay, a
My
2
mind's
for
completely
the
blank.
D6.
His back explodes and he drops the sword. I don't want it. Why am I flying? No. Ideals, did you roll? D6.
Yeah, a 2.
2. Faith. I choose to follow the tenets of a particular lawful good deity to the letter. And that would be Lathander. Lathander is your lawful good deity. Lathander.
Search him real quick. Alright, you need another D6.
D6 for bonds.
5.
5. You seek honor. You seek to honor the angel Zariel by destroying fiends and other evildoers wherever you find them.
Present company excluded.
That's convenient.
What was that?
Seek honor to honor Zariel by destroying.
Other evildoers, not the ones in your party.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
But you
friend.
do get a flaw, so let's roll a d6 for that.
6.
You ignore those who do not support your plans, for your calling is higher than all others.
Oh boy.
All right, and so from here, random, the sword. Now, so far we've been talking about the effects of claiming the sword. All right.
Right, I need to override my charisma.
Now we start talking about the aspects of the sword itself. All right. So your first one is this holy light. The sword sheds light, bright light for 5 foot radius, another 5 feet dim. Fiends find that light disconcerting or even painful, even if they can't see, and have disadvantage on attack rolls made within the weapon's radius of bright light. So, as a bonus action, you can intensify that sword's light, causing it to shine an extra 15-foot radius for an additional 15 feet, or reduce its glow to its normal intensity. Random property. Here's the fun thing, though. 2 minor beneficial properties, each determined by rolling on this table right here. So, I need you to roll a D100.
Oh, I never get to roll these.
Twice, right?
We'll get to it.
Alright, 63.
63. While attuned to the sword, you can use an action to cast one first-level spell, chosen by me, from it. After you cast the spell, roll a d6. On a roll of 1 to 5, you can't cast it again until the next dawn. Yeah. All right. So we'll give that, and we'll think about that. That spell. Is it saying every time you cast an action? That seems
Every time you cast the spell, you roll a d6.
No, I think it's just it gives me a first level spell I can cast for free. Is how I'm interpreting.
That's
that.
how I thought of it first too, but I don't know. Kutata would
And then
want it
if
to be random.
If I roll a 6, I get to do it again.
Yep.
Otherwise, I have to wait till the next dawn.
Yep, agreed. Roll no D100 because you get another one of these.
Oh, another one. Okay.
I like the idea of having a table.
I like that 91 to 00. Let's get my armor class up higher.
While
Yes. Oh, no, that's a 66. All right, another one of those.
No. Oh, okay, I'll let you accept that, or I'll let you re-roll.
I'll re-roll. Let's go for more fun.
Keep rolling until you roll something different than.
80,
What do you say? 80?
What was it?
90.
90. As 61 to 70 above, except the spell is a 3rd level. So now you have a 1st level and a 3rd level.
Nope. Chosen by the DM.
All right, so we'll have to think about that.
Something
Go.
awesome like chromatic orb.
I think he's gonna need it pretty soon.
Well,
Yeah, sooner than you might
I
think.
do like the idea of having like a table. I don't know, maybe 10 spells. He has to roll a d10, and then he finds out what the spell is.
Yeah, one.
That actually would be pretty fun.
How about
Would the
Polymorph
wild magic
self?
table be a good option for that?
the wild magic table?
Yeah, I'm sure there's probably some sort of like random first level spell table.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
See if I
I don't know that I'll figure it out for tonight, but we'll figure it out. Yeah. I will take suggestions from you, though. Right? So.
Okay.
Do we get to make suggestions too?
And you get to make a suggestion, and Wes gets to make a suggestion. Then we'll roll for it.
I think the 3rd level should be Fireball.
Well, okay, let's finish reading this. Searing
That
radiant.
sounds too youthful.
The sword deals an extra 9 radiant to any creature it hits, or 16 radiant damage if you're wielding the weapon with 2 hands. An evil creature that takes radiant damage must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or be blinded until the end of its next turn. Sentient. The sword is sentient, a lawful good item with intelligence of 10, wisdom of 20, and charisma of 18. It has hearing and normal vision out to 30 feet. Sword communicates by transmitting emotion to the creature carrying it or wielding it. Trueseer. While holding the sword, you gain advantage on all insight checks. And then it says, Zariel can destroy this simply by grasping it. And if Zariel becomes killed for good, the sword becomes no harder to destroy than a normal sword. All right, so that is the sword.
You say Zariel.
Going back to the sentient part.
There was a proficiency too.
Okay, so if someone's trying to attack the sword or destroy it or area of effect, it has its own wisdom save or intelligence save.
I think it's supposed to help you figure things out.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so how do you use the sword to defeat Zariel when Zariel can just...
Grabs it and destroys it. How indeed.
That's a tomorrow problem.
Over 5 minutes, one or the other.
First, there's a big 6-armed scary dude to deal with.
So, now a couple homebrew things. First, the voice of Lathander speaks into your head, and this is stuff I'm making up, and says, "You've had some confusion as to who you are. Are you happy as a whatever you are, or do you wish to be human again?"
No, this is who I am. I'll stick with it.
All right, that was one thing we were going to offer.
And it said you're a super beautiful version of yourself now.
Yeah.
So, like, do you like grow Fabio hair or what? Are you still green?
Yo, well, in theory, you have this beard that grows back every day.
What is ideal, beautiful for your species?
That's a good question. I don't know.
So, also, Lathander senses the dark gift that has been placed over you and says, "There is no room for a vampire in one of my subjects. I vanquish her spirit, but I shall replace it. No longer will your companion be required to kill to grow. Instead, she will grow with heroic deeds. So in this chart where, come on, right? You understand what I'm saying, Ken?
Yeah.
So instead,
Yeah.
yeah. So as your companion completes heroic deeds, she will approach the new levels.
Okay.
Then I haven't completely thought through what if it dies. I think what I was going to say for if it dies, you can pray to Lathander that she gives you the power to restore its life charge.
Okay. Instead of having to go kill stuff again.
Exactly. The
right.
death was a vampire thing. Life is a Lathander thing.
Yeah. So the wand is probably just a worthless wand.
I think it's a worthless wand now. Yeah.
Okay.
It transforms into a holy symbol of Lathander.
There you go.
Evoke my name. Make a religion check based on whatever I think of at the time. I don't know. I'll have to figure out that later. Otherwise, Mini would keep all of its current aspects. The whole cube thing. It's the same.
Okay.
Okay. All this happened in 6 seconds. Yeah.
We're not there.
What
I know.
what race is your thing, Ken? What are you?
Get the Yankee. Do you still have the AI image generator thing with Jake?
Yeah.
Hooked up on Discord here?
Oh, on Discord? Yeah, I do. I thought so.
I'm gonna have to try to generate some images of beautiful Get the Yankees.
There you go.
If you write a prompt for me, I will, and put it in Discord. I will put it in my image generator, and we can see what comes up. Work on that as I kill everyone else.
Okay, all right, good. Sounds good.
You can also do it if you have access to the Microsoft.
Yeah, where's the button?
If you have the Microsoft Copilot AI, you can generate images in that.
There we go.
I have ChatGPT, and it does pretty good. I also have
It's the
Artflow
same engine.
that does. Yeah, it's all Chat. Yeah. So.
Oh, and Minnie runs away.
Run away. Run away.
Mini, that is a vague term. Okay. Yeah, you move her where you.
He did somewhat abandon Minnie. He did somewhat abandon Minnie in his
Run.
quest for the sword,
Under
and everybody else.
Well,
Not the most
you
heroic.
could call abandon, or you could call it saving your ass.
Oh,
We'll see.
he's in
Yeah,
there
We'll
and we're
find
going
out.
to get killed.
Yeah, you might be thinking, but you would have saw me as he flies with a burning feet, and he gets to the window and bamps inside. But to be fair, he watched all of you charge that way before his turn. Most.
Yeah. So when we all die now, it'll be his fault. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Not the DM's fault.
Not the DM's fault. Definitely not the DM's fault.
Who you gonna start with?
Well,
6 arms, 2 attacks per arm.
yeah.
So that's 12 attacks. 2 for each of us.
With an advantage of plus 11 or something crazy, yeah.
So he sees all of you making a run for that temple. He watched the Githyanki run toward it and disappear inside. His gaze follows you. He looks to the front of the temple. He sees the mastodon that was Lou standing there next to a golden dragon. He contemplates, does he put this mortal out of his misery? Or does he go to the bigger threat at the door? I think that's what he's going to do. He can move 30 feet, and then he can teleport 120 feet, but that uses his action. But bamf, he'll be right here in base contact with both of you. He steps up to Lulu and the dragon says, "It's time to send you to the next level of hell." But that's his turn. And we go to Lulu. I have an idea what Lulu ought to do.
Well, let's see. She can't move. He's right there, so she can do her trampling charge.
Check out her spells.
Right. She's got the 3 times per day trumpet. Cone of energy has the following effects.
Spells. Does it not have spells on her list? That list? As in the Mastodon form, what I'm looking at has spells. Once per day each.
Oh, there we are. Yeah, wasn't looking in the right spot. Yeah. Well, yeah, there's this matter of banishing. So, sure. She would attempt to banish this thing.
That seems like a pretty good idea. So, to banish, it is a charisma check, I believe.
Sexy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same one I just found.
That is the one you posted, yeah.
All right. You attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence. The target must succeed a charisma saving throw for the Mastodon. It's 15. Oh, 16. Spell save DC 16. It says innate spellcasting. The Hollyphant's innate spellcasting ability is Wisdom. Spell save DC 16. All right. So that's the good news. I think that's a pretty good choice. I mean, if it works.
Yeah.
So because Garrick Knowles, no pushover. He has a +5, a 20 charisma himself, a +5 modifier. So we roll and we're looking for
Whose turn is it?
Lulu's turn.
Garaknal didn't get a turn?
Garaknil moved and teleported.
And dashed?
No, not dashed. Moved
And teleported.
Took his action to teleport. Instead of 12 attacks at advantage on you.
Yeah, thanks. Much obliged.
I was thinking he attacked right after he teleported when you. Okay.
That was last week. I don't remember exactly what happened last week, but
You can teleport right in the cathedral.
there's a misty stuff
Yeah.
that people can do too.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's a bonus action.
first step didn't let me do
But where am I? We are going to Foundry to make a roll with a DC 20
I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a lot further away from that than that.
But this is the last battle, so.
+5, and we want 10 or less. 11 meets it, beats it. Did you have a thought?
No, he's stunned that he's there.
I was not. Yeah, I was looking at other things. I just looked up at
He
something.
was running away from it, and now he's
I was
looking
running.
right at
Yes,
it.
exactly.
It passed you. You're running towards it.
So it passes
Backing
the
up.
banishment.
Oh, sure enough.
I don't know that there's much more she can do. Up next will be Martello. All of a sudden, you don't feel so threatened, though, other than the cackling horde of hyenas bearing down on you.
Yeah.
So, point of order, did we ever get the door open? Or we didn't get that?
It's not open yet.
Not that far yet.
Okay.
You have a mammoth standing in front of it, though.
They're probably not going to open it with him
The
standing there.
mammoth is what is in the way.
So it's the elephant that's not in the room.
Yeah.
That's the
The elephant in the room?
No, it's the elephant that's not in the room.
Not in the room.
And it's the mammoth that's in the way, not the giant,
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's good though, because
That's
he
not safe.
can't get in. Or was it?
Yeah, let's see. How far does that reach?
We don't want him eating villagers.
Move. How far can I reach?
So should I drop you and go for the backstab, or
You
because
actually
now the
gonna
door is
get-
blocked and I can't get in anyway.
You're actually going to get up to melee with him?
I,
3 of them. He's got to split his
All right.
I've
attacks.
told you what I thought you should do,
Yeah,
which is
use the 1 teleport per day. to
use the
get-
1 teleport per day. Grab onto Ruckus if you need to make it worthwhile. You can at least take a few of us in. Might even be able to take all of us in.
I can take the whole party.
How close to them do they need to be?
I imagine close.
Within 10 feet, probably.
Okay, I would like to move. Martello wants to move his normal 30 feet towards the road at an angle. My goal is to get to Christiana or within range of her.
Uh-huh.
I'm on his shoulders.
Understood.
Yeah, okay.
Move and dash.
No, because I want to be able to do something. So just 30 feet.
It puts you about here.
Yep.
All right.
Now let's assess. If I go to there, am I within 30 feet of her?
So, as you move up to that space, Panlamir, do you shout something?
Get close.
Is that all you're going to tell him?
I'm
You're
going
going
to
to leave it
teleport inside
Oh, okay.
and leave everybody else.
because it
outside.
may matter, right?
Right. Yeah, no, that would matter a lot. So, okay. I guess I'll move and dash to get close to Panlamir and.
As long as I don't roll a nat 1 this turn, I'll be fine.
Okay, because my goal, I was going to heal you from a distance, but
Yeah.
he's called us in close. So
No, do you have like a, because you're a cleric, right? Do you have
Mhm.
like a prayer of healing, or is that's still an ability? I guess that would take an action. But
Ruckus?
I just think if you had like a,
So he's just yelled, get close.
if you had like
Okay.
a,
We're
And-
going to teleport inside.
Get close and I'll teleport us inside.
Okay, so I will. Your turn's before his, right?
yes, yeah.
That's a good question, but yes.
Garaknal just had his
He
turn.
just
He
had
just
it.
had his turn.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
bonus action can be done with a dash or no?
Yes.
Your action was a dash, so you still have a bonus action.
Okay, so then bonus action
Healing word.
healing word.
Okay, what's that do?
Which
Healing word is creature of choice can see within range. 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is
5, probably 6, maybe.
Which one am I looking for?
It should
Go under spells and it'll
Should,
be
yeah, it says right there.
It's at the top of spells.
It should say right next to your spell.
Oh, modifier. Okay.
The spell.
Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1d4 plus 3. Nice. 4 plus 3 is 7.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure if there was an opportunity to do that, I want to do that. So
Okay.
good
Ruckus.
suggestion. Ruckus.
Okay.
So moving
You said
is
get close. I don't know how close, but I guess yeah.
10 feet, it looks like.
Okay.
Teleport needs to be 10 feet. You'd probably know.
so that's like 20 feet of your movement,
Okay.
maybe only 15.
All right. Well, he's here. He's within range. I might as well.
Take a shot.
Yep. Okay. So I will use sorcery points to give him disadvantage on his dex failing throw. And doing the big one.
Disintegrate.
Level.
You tell them to bend over and what?
Sphincter says what?
Features. Where's my? Three sorcery points for disadvantage. Okay.
So he needs to make a what? Dexterity?
Dex. Yep.
So this is only +5. And your disadvantage
Yes.
doesn't seem to be as beneficial as you hoped. As in, he has
He had it,
advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects already.
so it makes
So
it a regular.
I'm going to make it a regular.
When we went from the chain, the different places to break the chain.
And rolling.
What did we? No, we got a long rest when we entered the cathedral.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
11.
I'm glad you're.
All right. Give me some D6s there, Christian.
Got it.
2.
He's taking a scratch. I think Cristiano might have touched him. I see he has 26 points of damage already.
Yeah, that would have been Cristiano.
That'll do it. Okay. Yep. Oh, and I can re-roll some with my sorcery points as well. So, those roll pretty good though. What's that again? I think it's just one to re-roll, right? Powers. One sorcery point to re-roll. Yes. Okay. So one sorcery point gets. I can re-roll
Less than that.
these.
Doesn't know what a Githyanki looks like, clearly.
Yeah.
Okay. $83 points. Whatever. What kind of?
83?
Whoops.
What is
Oh,
it?
yeah. I think it's fire. Let me see. What is it?
I don't think it is.
I hope not.
I can look it up.
It's disintegrate.
It's
though.
force damage.
Force damage.
Damage immunity force. No, that's not true. All right, and he's not resistant to it either. He seems to have taken the full brunt of that 83 points of damage. Damn, Shaniqua.
And let's see. Where's my
Doesn't he just go? I mean, or is disintegrate is a force thing? So it hits him, and the idea is it blows him apart. But
Yeah,
he's not.
and then
He's too big for that.
the disintegrate part is
Let's put a
if
hole
I
in it.
knocked him down to 0, he
Oh,
would go.
He does have a hole in him no matter what.
large gaping.
Target
I think it says there's a
target
hole.
disintegrates if it leaves it with 0. Yep, yeah.
Guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, after
And
Loin, you're on deck.
yeah, I don't think I. Yeah, I don't get the spells. So. Yeah. Okay.
Loin,
Kaplow.
Indeed.
this Garrick Knoll just bamped in front of you, and as his breathing down your neck, he kind of lunges towards you a little bit, and with his eyes bloodshot and wide, he looks over his shoulder back at Ruckus, and looks back to you.
Flame strike.
Okay, read it.
Fine. A vertical column of divine fire roars down from the heavens in a location you specify. Each creature in a 10-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 4d6 fire damage and 4d6 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful save. At higher levels, when you cast a spell, you add another d6. So it's at 7th level and it's the 5th level, so it's going to be 6d6 fire and 6d6 radiant.
Dexterity.
Yes. 18. You have to roll less than an 18. Please.
Your disadvantage thing, is that just your attack?
Yeah.
as he has advantage on saving throws against spells and other effects.
Well, I can't do a warding flare on him since he's not actually attacking me yet.
14.
Nice.
It fails.
So this is a
Column of
fire that
divine light and
comes from
snort.
Is it fire or is it radiant damage?
No, it's 66 fire, 66 radiant.
All right.
I just rolled it. Let's see if it actually rolls it.
You rolled it all at once?
Well, I clicked on the button where the damage is, and I'm waiting for them to roll. Or I could just give up and get my stuff out.
So I give you 18 of each.
I thought you said 66.
Yeah.
Oh, 66. That's 32 of each. 34 of each. 6 times 6 is 36.
Right.
18 of each.
You were okay.
Just playing with my head. Occasionally I can do math.
Even though he failed?
Well,
That's not half damage.
It's not half damage. That's the full damage.
So
He's average. He's going with the average.
I often do that, right? Instead of rolling the dice, I'll just keep things moving. I just give you what it suggests, the suggested damage. Did it finally come through?
It's working on it.
I see shadows. My computer is very slow.
Shadows of fire, green to
Does that look like 66?
Oh, there. 14? No.
No, that's you. I think
That's what I rolled.
when he rolls.
Oh,
the same.
okay.
It just rolls whoever I clicked on last.
This is 5. Do I have a 6th one?
I have some.
Yeah, it didn't roll the right one. So
Right. Here, you want some? Here. Need more?
one.
One more.
So here's the fire damage. 7 and 4 is 11, and 11 is 22.
22 fire damage.
Yeah, which is probably not effective.
It's not as effective as you'd hope.
So there's 9 and 5 is 14, and 4 is 18.
18 of the radiant.
Radiant.
That seems to be fully effective. All right. This thing seems bloodied.
Did an arm fall off?
Yeah, but
That would be
I'm still,
That would be it. Yeah, right.
Lula and I are still going to die. So I mean, whatever.
Maybe.
I don't think there's any maybe about it.
He's bloodied, so he's a half dead.
Like this would make his head explode.
Oh, you think he's going to run?
Something like that.
Yeah, and like when Iron Man goes, that was a one-off. Yeah, that's not happening again.
I imagine more that like this maybe now is like a hole in somewhere.
All right. This is very unlikely.
What? Oh, you're giving it. It's taking my suggestion.
Nice.
What's that?
That an
You
arm
lose an
falls
arm-
off.
arm fall off.
That you blasted his
Yes.
No.
arm off. Yes.
Very unlikely.
You did it.
One of his arms was blasted off, was disintegrated.
Yay.
See, not all player suggestions have to be. All right. All right. So that was Gloin's turn. Spectre. The Spectre is toe to toe with a gnoll with many, many more on its way.
Fire came down and went like this.
I
With
will.
one of his arms, and you cooked it.
He'll move 30 feet, 60 feet towards this way. Yes.
Toward the temple or away from the temple?
Away towards the temple.
All right. 60 feet?
Yeah. And kind of arch
Oh,
away
yeah,
so it
you
doesn't take a secondary attack.
Like this?
Yeah.
Right there's good?
60 feet. I want to be between the knolls and the temple. So
Yeah.
maybe a little bit more to the house unless. So they have to go around a
Look,
wide
that's
berth.
your Spectre Casper.
Yeah.
Yeah. The idea is he's just going to slow them down.
Okay.
Got a dog down tap named Casper.
Yeah. I'm not interested.
After the Spectre, it is the Gnoll's turn. And it's an endless wave, but I'm with you. We'll slow some down. So those two move and attack. Everything else would have to move and dash. So we're just going to move them forward.
You're up
Yeah, next will be Christiana. Everything else moved and dashed to get to there, and other things just fell in behind it. All right, so something like that. So this is a mad tide, right? They're all coming. You get 2 attacks from the gnolls, though, or 2 attacks, which are actually 3 attacks, so 6 attacks total.
To the Spectre?
To the Spectre. Spectre Gadget. Alright, and these are all +5.
Jiminy cricket.
Do you have the Spectre stats?
12. It's armor class.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
He's at half life.
So,
He's at 11.
but he only takes 4 times 24, but half of that, because he's spectral, means he's taking 12 points of damage.
He's dead.
All right. Okay. We are to, that was the Knoll's turn, Christiana. As you wipe your eyes from the death's kiss that was, wipe those red X's off your eyeballs. You kind of slide off Panlumir's shoulder.
Yeah.
You see, for some reason you're running toward the monster. But on the other side of the monster, you do see the Mastodon and the Gold Dragon. Behind you, you hear the cackling of. You're probably thumped over. He probably had you over his shoulder, and you raise your head and you look and you see 1,000 gnolls charging at.
I'm still alive.
Barely.
Yeah.
Well, I have 17 hit points.
Do we leave
Oh, 7.
Rolgarg?
I get 10 at the beginning of every turn.
And as you do, Panlumir says,
Do we leave
"Don't run off.
Goldark? Yeah.
Don't run off. I'm gonna teleport us inside."
Okay. Kind of steady myself. She's probably still a little
Disoriented.
disoriented. Grolgark. Oh. She's going to.
She notices there's an arm missing.
Yeah.
Clearly
she'll-
damage has been done.
She'll take some pot shots at the big guy.
April's heading off to pick up Carrie.
So, which I know it said where in the world is Carrie Warner, and I saw the pictures of the. desert
Carrie's
and-
been in Abu Dhabi. Dubai. Dubai. Abu Dhabi is a different thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I know the difference, but Dubai is the huge city where Tom Cruise does all his action films.
Yeah.
That's not true, but he did one. Would do some dealer training.
What kind of training?
Dealer.
Oh.
Does
For Caterpillar?
do 27s and 24s hit? Okay. So let's roll some damage.
How much is Caterpillar going to Saudi Arabia these days?
Her team is going. She is not.
They are doing a lot of work. A lot of big construction.
Yeah, that wall thing.
Well, that's just one of like a dozen.
Yeah, I know.
projects.
Those projects are crazy.
Massive projects.
It's like they have some money there.
I wonder.
Fancy that.
Fancy that.
I watched a video on that. It was
Yeah,
some
so did
pretty
I.
impressive stuff.
Some crazy stuff.
So
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff.
it's you're hitting it with stuff.
Does 63 points of damage hurt it?
I think
This
we
is
established
What
this.
is-
Force
wait,
damage,
hang
right?
on. Talk us through
Well,
what-
piercing.
Magic Pierce.
I want to hear the narration. What's happening?
Oh, she's taking pot shots.
Yeah, well, describe your pot shots. How does it look when she does this?
it looks like she shouldn't be able to hit him. Like, she's unsteady on her feet. Like, she's wobbling all over the place.
Drunken master.
But somehow she still manages to, like, get the shots off, and, like, they're all like
nipple nose. I mean, it's like
I'm thinking more like they're all like dead center on the chest, and they're all like, if you had a quarter,
Yeah.
they like all fall within the quarter.
Wow.
split
Yeah.
your own arrows.
That's right. And you're just like, how? Like you just died twice. You're wobbling all over the place, and yet you can still do this.
Lulu goes before it does.
Not true.
Okay. I thought Lulu.
Olak, it goes, then Lulu.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The,
Correctal.
Oh, that's right. Lulu did act right after
What?
him.
Wait a minute.
That was before.
It teleported over here.
And
You
then
had a turn.
And
it's
I have not,
his
but we're
turn
gonna-
now.
Oh,
We're gonna.
It's
ban-
his turn now. It teleported there.
We don't have to.
Lulu tried to do the banishment thing.
Yes.
Didn't quite work out for her.
Okay.
And then we went on down the road. Christiana just pinged it for a bunch of... It looks well bloodied. Panlamir?
Of course, it's my turn. I don't want to go, man. I think we got a chance to take this thing down.
I throw Christiana at it.
You better hit something hit it pretty hard then.
Let's just say the next person's Olak, who's inside.
Yeah.
And then it's its turn.
Don't stay.
So unless you're
We're
gonna
like
hit
a
him with
nice clump for it to be able to come over here and kick
Yeah.
all our asses or blast us with something.
I'll be alright.
They're also... You promised that you would teleport us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
said.
no, yeah. My
All right,
turn was
we'll
totally
teleport.
based on the
We'll
fact that you
teleport
were getting
in
us the hell out
to
of here.
where, in front of the, 10, 15 feet in front of the sword,
The place
where
you
it
remember.
used to be.
Bamf. Kind of like the whole Avengers running toward the thing, and you see him, and he's holding it, and you say, "No!"
We're just like, you got this, Lulu.
So you bamf in there, and you have this. Oh, do you have a
We'll be right back.
a thing for me? Did you write a prompt?
yes,
Oh,
you did.
Did you put it in the
I've been trying the co-pilot
here we go.
doesn't seem to understand what a Githyanki is. Understand the whole leathery
it
yellow
kinda gets
skin. No, this is what co-pilot is generating.
Okay.
So it's just it's just a human
Human
Yeah.
with pointy ears.
with pointy ears.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's
that
like
was the second, and that was like one of the. It's just a human.
But the one he had the speckles on the skin, like,
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
one that
or you,
That's one that I found.
you
just
found.
found
I
online.
just searched.
And
for Wiki and
a what? A nightly. All right. You would probably figure that trimmed beard, or is it neatly? What word are you going for there?
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
meant to go for neatly.
All right. Neatly trimmed beard, wearing golden and black armor, carrying a longsword on his back and a shield on his arm. He has angelic feathering wings. Let's see what happens.
it's whatever it's trained on.
Where is it?
Right here, it's creating
Oh,
the
it's
image.
still working on it. Okay.
We'll see what it does.
It may also be like how it's worded.
Now, there's no guarantee this is going to be much better.
There you go.
Yeah, it's similar to what he got. Yeah,
It's got the ears,
but
but
it doesn't have the
it didn't
skin
get the skin.
and or the stubby nose.
Yeah, or the nose.
I like that nose. Aquiline, the long.
Yeah, but
But it's not a
Do
Githyanki.
it
Githyanki is, like,
again.
very tall and
Oh,
flat.
Giving the character green skin and a stubby nose
Freckles.
and freckles.
Well, that's the
Yeah, right.
Yankee hand, right?
They have, well, yeah. Which one are you using?
This is ChatGPT, but I have a subscription level version of it because I don't have enough subscriptions in my life.
Right. Don't have enough stuff to do you?
That's one of the credit cards. That's what they're advertising now. Is we'll put all of your subscriptions in one spot in your bill, so you can figure out if you've got 2 Netflix going at the same time.
Or now you can get a subscription.
Hey, there we go.
That's
Little
better.
better.
That's pretty good.
I don't know if that's a stubby nose or not, but
To see, yeah.
It's better. A little too much Shrek
Flying
green,
nose.
okay. So you bamf in there and you see it's Olak, but this dude is handsome.
Hello, sailor.
I like that one.
This
I feel like that one's missing a few of the features as well.
and he's holding the sword.
Get Yankee.
Oh well, that one's pretty good.
Yeah.
There you go. That's getting better.
That could be an avatar. And he's holding the sword that looks almost crystalline. And what do you say to your new subjects, Olak?
Subjects.
Subject my ass.
What do I say?
Bow.
I got the sword.
Kneel.
I feel funny.
Thor Ragnarok.
All right,
Kneel before your queen. King.
we shall destroy all fiends, evildoers threatening the city.
Well, you could start.
What do you
out
think
here.
we've been doing for the last
Can we-
hour?
can
Hey, well, what do you think we were doing out
Gross.
there when you ran away?
Yeah.
We softened him up for you. He's right outside the door.
Go save, Lulu and that other guy.
Golgark.
I mean, assuming he's still outside the door, we could have somebody open the door and we're all ready to
Unload.
Bash him.
unload on him. Yeah.
What do you do, Olak?
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes.
Oh, well, I guess let's go back to the window.
Okay.
Let's Misty step into base contact with that guy. 'Cause that seems like a smart thing to do.
Right to it. Okay.
Smart thing to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, what is this crap? The Sword of Zariel doesn't have a +1.
I think it had better than a plus
And then
one.
plus ton for
It gives you advantage, it gives it disadvantage.
a bunch of radiant damage.
It gives me advantage? I
Yeah.
missed that part.
At the
Okay, that'll...
it's like at the top, and then there's the proficiency at the bottom.
And the light on
They
it.
have disadvantage if they're within...
Yeah.
If it's a fiend within the radius of the light.
So it doesn't have a plus one, but it has an extra 9. Well, first of all, yeah, it gives
Plus 9
deals an
damage.
extra 9, or rather 2d8, an extra 3d10. Oh no! If you wield it two-handed, are you wielding it two-handed?
One-handed right now, but you might convince me to switch to two hands.
Well,
in the
I'm not
future,
convincing
but
you nothing.
I'm not going to bother with the action to unequip my shield right
Oh,
now.
and it's blinded if it fails the Constitution save.
Yeah. All right, so I Misty step into base contact. We don't use flanking rules, do we?
No,
I don't think we've ever done that before. Okay.
we've not done
I'll,
that.
Do you have
I'll
proficiency
just, I'll
with
just take some
longsword?
swings.
Do you have longsword proficiency?
He does now.
I do. Ew, that's not a
If
big
you
roll.
scroll at the
18
bottom, there's a
18,
and 25.
18 and 25 both hit.
Nice. Okay.
Chop off another arm.
So that's okay. Let's. Well, then,
Straight up chopping off arms. He won't be as
so
nasty.
9 slashing. It looks like. Well, tell me what
Radiant,
I rolled.
And he might be blind.
Okay, I think it worked out. So 14 for the first hit, maybe.
14 damage.
Yeah, 1d8 plus 4. And I think it rolled a 5 for the regular slashing. And then, yeah, the 2d8, it rolled an extra 5. Okay. And then the second hit is a 20.
20 points of damage.
Yup.
So you bamf in there with your celestial presence, and you just start carving it. You find the hole, this tiny quarter-sized hole in its chest. You first do a swing to size it up, but then you see it, and pulling the sword over your shoulder, you just plunge that sword through that hole, through its chest to the other side, and it slumps on your sword. No. Inigo will avenge me. And it slumps on your sword as its weight falls to the ground, and you pull it off. Its black ichor sliding off the crystalline glow of your sword as it falls to its death.
You're welcome.
How much damage did you do?
Plenty.
Another 34.
Okay.
34.
So
It was
Top
pretty
of the
close.
63
We
on top
already
of the
softened
83.
him up for you.
half of what I did and like a third of what Ruckus did.
Yep.
But, hey,
Not
The
that
job
we're,
is done.
Not that we're bitter about it.
no, it's a super magic sword. Hey, no, actually,
Yeah.
we got our shots in and got the hell out. So
Yeah.
I'm all right.
And we're all still
No,
holding
I didn't.
for now.
Exactly.
Lulu looks at you, says, "You've claimed her sword."
I have.
And now it's sticky.
Wipes it off.
And gotta clean the sword. Gotta show it respect.
If we can give that back to her, maybe we can convert her back to an angel, and she can reverse all this hell that she's released on us and your friends and your town.
A worthy goal.
And
Does the sword agree that this is a good idea?
Yeah, so the sword says something to the effect of, Zariel, my creator, probably. My creator, Zariel, yes. I urge you to take me to Zariel.
do we know where she is?
Do we know where you are?
Hell.
No, you're in the church.
Downtown.
So the gnolls charge in, and as they get within sight, you all stand behind the dead body of Garrick Knoll. They see it, and they and they look at each other, and they start running away. So I guess that would have been Martello, Ruckus, Gloin, the Spectre would all Spectre's gone. Would all have had a turn. So Lulu's just talking. Martello, Ruckus, Gloin, you're right there. And Ruckus, Martello, do you do anything? You run to the door. You look out the window. You see the Garrick Newell that was there is the dead snake on the pavement. You relay message back to everyone else.
Sure.
But you look and you watch and then as you turn back, Loin, you see this dead creature. You see the gnolls charging. They get so close and they stop, skid to a stop.
Yeah.
You might fly up, but you notice there's still a lot of activity in the air around. You don't see any at the moment, but those rocks and those black dot things, they're around. You just don't know where they are.
Well, so I mean, I would wait for them to get within 30 feet, and then I would hit them right up to me, and then I would hit them with a flame.
I don't think they're getting that close.
Well, if they do, if they don't,
sure.
great.
Yep, you hold your action. That's glowing. The gnolls run and they start to backpedal, and as they come around the curve, they're running back and they just crash into each other as the tide reverses. Christiana Pamela, we're kind of out of initiative at this point.
I'd want to get back out there, so I'd try to go out the door.
Sure.
You know, so
Every turn, Christiana looks better and better. She now has 27 points.
Wow, nice. Yeah, you make it to the door, and the guards in there say, "Is it safe? Could it really be?"
yes, your champion of Lathander is here.
What? Where?
Look, the sword is gone.
Who claimed the sword?
Look out the door.
Your new champion.
And you open the door, and there's Olak glowing with the sword glowing, shining its celestial light around. I think it might have even said in the description he gets a little halo around him.
I think he's also like floating like an inch above the ground.
Oh,
He's not actually touching the floor
a
anymore.
foot.
With
It's
his
got
wings,
a foot above the ground.
because he can hover.
And he says, Lathander has saved us and sent her champion.
Now, did a little wind too, so his hair is like.
Mysteriously, because there's no wind.
I feel like at this point he's also floating on his ego.
Yes,
It's like,
but I'm like, you know, I'm all about the showmanship and the
Yeah, lean
charisma. I'm
into
digging
it,
it, so
man.
I'm giving, you know, giving the fan effect on the hair.
And Lulu goes, "Sword, can you summon Zariel?"
Oh.
And the sword pauses for a second and says, "Yes, I think I can."
Can we heal first?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not far from death's door myself.
Yeah.
I can
I
take
guess
it.
I could heal myself.
Actually, it
but-
says the sword doesn't actually speak. It communicates in emotions. Ooh, mysterious roll by Ken.
I'm testing out the sword to see if I want to switch to two hands or not. Seeing what the numbers look like.
And the guard says, "Oh, please step in. We should bar the store."
Agree.
Sure.
Okay.
Step inside.
Short rest anywhere in here.
Well,
we
okay,
summon
so
the thing that could possibly put us down.
because part of the lore we heard was that we either got to either change her back to an angel or
Convert or
destroy
kill.
her.
Yeah, convert or kill.
We don't know which way this is going to go.
So I'm leaning
I know
towards
it'll go a lot
convert.
better if we're healthy.
So if we want to give it a short rest before we try that, that's probably advisable. Or a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
It's probably 10 o'clock in the morning.
oh, and we just got a long rest, essentially.
Yeah, we did. We did that before we dove into all those, right?
Well, and when we walked into the cathedral, we got a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
So it's 9 a.m.
I'm in favor of a
I'm
short
gonna
rest.
turn
A
in.
long rest seems kind of-
It's been a long day already.
I mean,
Short rest, aye.
I could
Yeah.
see how much time is going to pass between now and
They're going to regroup at some point.
well, more like, is it he's died and 12 seconds later Zariel appears, or are we saying like,
Well, the question was, Lulu asked the sword a question of, could it summon Zariel? It gave the emotion of affirmative.
I'm wondering more. I gain 10 hit points every 6 seconds.
Yeah?
So are we going, 12 seconds later Zariel appears when we're back in battle, or are we at a
Lulu looks at you and says, "Should we summon Zariel?"
No.
No.
Not yet.
Yet. It's all about the yet.
Fine. Say your prayers, and when you're ready,
So we're doing short rest.
Aye.
Okay.
Not just the DM.
And you can use as many of your hit dice as you want during a short rest.
Yes. I believe so.
you can, but you only get half of your hit dice back on a long rest.
Yeah, but this is
This is it.
so. Let's see.
Well, I'm as a dragon, so how does that work?
You can convert back in a bonus action, right?
Well, yeah, but if I convert back to glowing, am I at glowing's hit points or am I at the dragon's hit points? I never have quite understood that.
So, think of it as a ratio. So if the dragon was at half health, glowing would be at half health.
Better use all my hit points. I mean, hit dice.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
How many hit dice do I get? Come on. There we go. Wow.
Oh, what? No, there was something
14?
that reduced our max hit points, right?
Yes.
And is that still in effect
Yes.
until? We don't know. Okay.
It was the Navasu. The other ones did temporary only.
60, 10, I got a 21.
Where's this thing?
Back up to 74. Yeah, I'm at a minus 14 on my modifier.
We'll say move back and forth. Okay.
And what happened to the?
Yep.
Where's oh, it did reset those.
I posted the three of the ones I generated.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good too.
I saw Glenn's his Thundercats.
Yeah.
Red hair. It said his eyes were glowing, and he's got a sword.
It wasn't my first thought, but it's good.
Yours makes a better token. When you got it.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, Ken,
Yes.
I was starting to make you a token, but then Wes showed me that he has some options here as well. We could go with the 80s glam version.
Yeah. That was
No.
pretty great.
Just gonna veto that one.
This is the one I had done, and I was starting. Do you have a border color preference?
I feel like for this you'd have to go with gold, right?
Yeah.
Gold with a shading.
I don't know if I can do a shading. How's that look?
That looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that's still my favorite.
Okay. So I'm pausing to let you guys do what you need to do. You just speak up.
I'm ready. I didn't have much. It's a short rest. I get everything back. No, not everything. But
This is your third token I've made for you. How you coming, Christian?
Pretty good. Let's see here. Sure I'm not missing anything under that. Okay, we did that. That's a long rest item. That's a long rest item. Okay. Okay. We did that. Okay, yeah.
You ready?
Yep, good to go.
All right. All right, so this story is a little bit ambiguous how to end it because there's so many different ways it could end. So, Lulu says, "Are you ready? Should we have the sword summon Zariel?"
we thought through the fact that maybe she's not gonna want, like, have we thought through the repercussions of her, like, snatching the sword and destroying it? Does it take away his abilities that he's gained?
Feel to me,
Can it be taken from him, short of killing him?
can what be
Can
taken?
the sword be taken away from Olak?
And
She grabs it, it says.
It's destroyed.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
It
so
didn't
She
say it was
touches it.
It didn't say it was destroyed if she touches it, did it?
It said if
she
grabs
said that Zariel has the power
Power
to
to
destroy
Okay.
it.
So we'll
Whether she
summon her
will or not,
over there.
no.
And Lou would remind you that right now, Zariel is an archdevil. I don't think she'll be able to come into this temple. Not until she, if Lathander wills it, is able to return to her prior celestial glory.
And the story was maybe we could convince her to change.
That'll be you, Bubba.
I mean, is that just talking into it, or there's
Well, Lulu is
Some
suggesting that if we
ritual?
offer it, that perhaps she will.
if we offer the sword?
That's what I heard.
If you convert back, or can convert back,
This sword might just be enough.
to remind her of what she was.
What's
okay.
your plus in your persuasion?
Like a 6.
Me too.
Your charisma?
Yeah.
That was +9. It's not? Who has a +9 charisma?
I have a
Olak
plus
does
10.
now.
I have
I have a plus
plus
five.
five.
I'm not proficient in any charisma things though.
Yeah.
I have a plus
I have the black dot and I'm plus 6. So.
plus 10 intimidation.
A plus 5 persuasion. Yeah, you're not going to intimidate
Right.
an archdevil.
My
Okay,
persuasion.
so we're just going to
not so much.
persuade her that if we give her the sword back, that she consider her change her ways.
We're just gonna hand it to her.
You just
No.
consider it.
Just hand it to her. Maybe Lathander will speak to Olak as to
I
whether
think
they
Olaf
can even
might be
do
compelled.
So
But are we?
one of
Okay.
you must present this. So you must present the sword to Zariel and present an argument to her to rejoin the celestial host. And if you're charismatic enough, she might.
Ain't me.
Of course, if you anger, she could wipe you from existence. So
Yeah,
Try.
thanks, Lulu.
She could try.
It should be Olak that does it.
Right.
Olak,
How do you feel about that, Olak?
you do have advantage on persuasion checks.
No, I don't.
According
I advantage on persuasion against dwarves.
Well, maybe
She's not that.
maybe Zariel's a dwarf. Have you ever thought about that? Can we rewrite it?
I'm a dwarf.
I am aware of my limitations, and Ruckus
says-
is the one who should be presenting our arguments.
the difficulty class for the charisma check is reduced by 5 if Lulu is with you.
Okay.
Mm.
Martella has a
I think-
plus 6 as well.
But Lulu says, if only Olanthius were here. And might remember Olanthius is the dead guy from the crypt of the quest line you chose not to pursue.
Isn't he the one that we can summon him if we need help?
You're trying to talk us into going on another quest.
No, we're done.
But are we? The town is not up yet.
Right.
We've
This is the
unchained
final
it.
part.
We've driven out
What
most
about
of
your side quest?
virtually all the baddies. Right? There's still gnolls running around out there, but they are retreating. But we're still on El Terrell. We've only unchained it. We have not gotten it to the
But
surface.
this is how we get it to the surface.
Yeah,
Okay.
Zariel.
Zariel has
Because
to-
Zariel has to release the sun for us to get out.
All right.
What's your side commitment? To Blazing Steel, the river captain. Oh,
Take him
don't.
with us.
Yeah. And how
Didn't we stuff him in the lamp?
is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just
Okay.
chilling.
Okay, good.
Getting rattled around.
Yeah, he's still in there.
Okay.
Does Lathander,
So we have
does Lathander want her back?
Jessa Brightstar here, the priestess of Lathander, the priest of this temple.
Let's ask her.
So
I think we should let Zariel in.
we can't summon her in here, so we have to summon her out.
Well, we
courtyard
could-
or something.
We could open the doors and just let her stand there in front of us. Summon her there.
Mm.
And then we could have a conversation with this invisible wall. Lathander.
Is it vampire rules?
Yeah.
She's not
You can't
invited
come
in.
in doesn't mean you can't cast a spell or throw something through it. The door.
I guess I would talk to the priestess and say, do you believe Lathander would give Zariel a second chance?
And she goes, Lathander is all about redemption. Even someone like you could be redeemed in Lathander's eyes if you would only commit your life to serving her.
Okay, there's our answer.
So,
Okay, sword.
I'm just looking down in guilt and shame.
All right, so we want to summon Zariel outside the door,
I like that plan.
and I'm giving the sales pitch.
And
And
what's the
with
rule
Olak-
with helping?
Olak at my side with the
Yeah.
super sword.
You just have a +6.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well,
But
I mean,
Marco
the
does-
sword. I think you should have advantage on this with the group behind you, with the town saved, with a dead body of a massive demon on the ground. I
Maybe
think
we open the other door because I don't know if she wants to see her dead friend there.
it wasn't a devil; it was a demon.
Yeah.
And you were charged with the mark of Zariel on one of your chests to slay demons.
Maybe you should go
Dun, dun,
shirtless.
dun.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think she. Why would that help?
because he's gorgeous.
Well, yeah, Zariel's body. You're
Right. Zarya already knows that. She gave it to me. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm missing something.
Wait, Zara gave you what?
The
The
mark.
The mark.
Oh, so you're gonna show a
She
little
gave me
shoulder?
the mark.
It's on his chest.
But what's it gonna do
That's
for
what I'm
this
saying.
Oh,
situation?
so he should be shirtless, and then
A reminder
Olak's
of
got
who
the
you
sword.
are.
Yeah.
and
No,
the
she'll know
flowing
who
hair.
you are, and she'll see the demon on
She'll
the
know
ground.
all of us, yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully she'll be impressed that we killed him.
Right. We did it all
And-
for
and
you.
it's so that you could
Be redeemed.
escape the hell. Yes, and the torturous life of being an archdevil and return to being an archangel and yada yada yada.
Your former glory.
And stop going on stupid quest to hell.
I
We
think,
better not
I
say
think you
that.
definitely are the.
And this lovely
narrator.
sword.
I think you're definitely the narrator for us in this experience.
And
Step
this
right
encounter.
up.
think of all the
It
people you're
slices
saving
and
with this.
dices demons and still goes through this tin can.
Nice. Put that spell book away. There's more.
I do have a nice connection. Since we're talking a little bit above the table here, I guess. The connection I was just thinking is, I've been a convert to Zariel, right? But I've been learned that Lathander is the true god behind what Zariel represented to me. So Zariel just come back into the fold. I don't know. That was a thought I
Yeah.
had.
And
I would- I
help
would
us
be
save this town.
persuasive. I could be a little persuasive.
Ruckus
It's just that's not a good pitch for
pulls a little flask out of his bag and it's a
some courage juice.
bubbling blue potion, I think it
Oh,
said.
okay.
Was that a different one? Wait a minute. No, not
You gonna
that
make
one.
me come up with something off the cuff here?
No.
Did I
Yeah,
tell you?
blue potion, bubbling blue potion and steams as if it's boiling.
And what's it do?
It's a potion of heroism, so temporary hit points and bless for an hour.
Nice. That can't hurt. I don't think blesses stack though. So the bless from that plus the bless from him.
I didn't have the one from before.
Well, I'm sure by the amount of time that's passed, my bless is probably no longer in active.
So in case she doesn't like my bitch.
There you go.
Okay.
Are we ready? Should we have the sword summon her?
Yes.
You have your argument already, Ruckus?
Sure. Get speed dial on that thing.
Oh, the cost of failure is the sword is destroyed. Just so you're aware.
I'm sure there's another one just like
It says the power to destroy.
Yeah, it doesn't mean she will destroy it if she touches it. Just
She
does.
could if she wanted to.
Is that what it said, or just?
Well, let's see. What does it say? Well, I think we should just find out. All right. So Lulu
She can destroy it by just grasping it.
can. Yes.
Doesn't mean she will. It means she can.
So I guess there's a question though. You have that horn of Olanthius. So you remember you went to the crypt. It was in this vast sandbox of Avernus. One of the side things you got tempted to do was you went into the crypt of the Hell Riders, and you met Olanthius, and he gave you that horn, and he says, "Go free this massive demon, and that demon will distract Zariel, and then summon me with this horn, and I will come aid you as you attack." It was something along that lines.
Who has that horn?
You've lost. Don't tell me you've lost the horn.
It's not in my inventory, so somebody else has it.
Cristiano didn't have it, I would think.
Wait, did me?
Everybody search your pockets.
I do not have a horn in my inventory.
All right, Ruckus is definitely the one who had it because everything goes to Ruckus.
Well, I thought everything went to Christian. What are you talking about?
Let me just check my notes to be sure. But I don't...
Christian just keeps the logs.
That was quite a while ago, so
It was.
I'm gonna.
That was like November, October, something like that.
Huh? All right.
Is it cold in there? No. Yep.
Usually what happens with these things, it's like, well, we got the horn, great, we move on, like nobody.
Okay. Well, I
I
did
don't even remember the
find.
horn, so.
I did find where it says that he gives us a horn that can summon Olanthius.
Who was, did you have written down who was talking to Olanthius? I don't think it was all of us.
Well, I talked to him. Talked to Mayor a bit. I don't remember who. We tend to let Ruckus do the talking.
Roll the tape.
Yeah. Roll that beautiful bean.
Coming out of the Microsoft box.
Throw the red flag.
Gloin explain the okay. Gloin explains our goal. Recall will help. Seek out the demon host. Crypt of the Hell Riders and Atlantis tells us the location Citadel. General Yao gives us the horn that we can summon Olanthius on his chariot to tell him when the demon released. And then back to the car and the lamp. Yeah. So.
Well, then Gloin has it.
Well,
Sounds like it's in the
we,
lamp.
we didn't say who had it, but he was the one apparently doing the talking at the time. Best as I can tell.
Then I think it's safe to say Olanthius would have handed it to Gloin.
Gloin? Him?
Yeah.
He was talking to him, huh?
Yeah, Gloin and Olanthius apparently were the ones having the conversation, so.
Looking back here.
He takes such good notes. I can't imagine.
Gloin explains our goal. And then we got more backstory. Seek out the Demon Lord Coast, diversion we need to provide so Olanthius can attack Zariel. He can tell us where the Blood Citadel is. We've done all that.
I think to speed it up, you threw it in the lamp with everything else.
Okay. And we think we want to summon this guy because he's a distraction, or he's going to help us.
Do we think it's a good idea to summon him?
Lulu said that, boy, it sure would be nice if Olanthius was here.
Okay. Who's got the biggest lungs?
Lulu.
Yeah, stick it in her trunk.
You open the door and sound that off, and you wait for Olanthius to join. I don't have a token for. I don't know if I have a token for Olanthius.
You're poking and prodding us. You should call
Ah,
Atlantis.
look at there. Death Knight Olanthius. He goes,
Super cheerful.
"You've released the demon?"
You were friends
At
with
least
him.
a demon.
Yes, Koshachi. Kosthi.
Oh yeah, we did that, didn't we?
No, you did not.
Okay.
I see you slayed Gurknul, but that is not the demon that wants Matalak, the hammer of Zariel.
Well,
But perhaps you have something better. I see this one has claimed her sword.
He has indeed.
And
Yes.
walking up
and we have Lulu.
is the ghost of Yale. And he goes, Atlantius, my old friend. And you this Death Knight demeanor melts into a old, embarrassed. Is that you, Yale? And runs to her, and it runs right through the ghost of Yale, and you're just a spirit. And she goes, yes, I pledge my life for this chance to save Zariel. He looks around. So it's your doing that these people have her sword. Well, these people did it of their own accord. The sword found them worthy. And just, what are we waiting for? We should summon her. So you make the summoning?
Let's do it. No time like the present.
All right. And
But I'm making it a very nice summoning. Please.
Eh.
Let's get this off on the right foot.
Please, would you join us?
you tell the sword to do it very cordially. You are cordially invited to.
Your presence is requested.
A parlay.
Yeah.
You have something that
entreat
she'd
your
be
presence.
interested in. She might be interested in. And so, minutes, hour passes, and the sky grows dark with storm clouds as demons and those strange void darkness, they just start to pop like fireworks. Zariel starts to push her way through the demon horde that surrounds Alterel. The gnolls are scattering. The forces, a legion of devils behind Zariel, follow her and cover her as she approaches the temple. She floats down to the doors and winces as she keeps her distance. As who stands in the door? Ruckus in his full glory stands in the doorway with the rest of you behind you, with Lulu behind him. And Zariel looks at Lulu and says, Lulu, your place is by my side. Come to me, my pet. And she said, and Lulu looks up and says, I will obey, but these people have something you should hear. And so Lulu goes out by her side and looks. And there's Ruckus in the middle of the doorway. The doorway's not here. Maybe I can put this like right there to kind of open that up a little bit. Actually, I should put you there, because she wouldn't be able to be there. And who's around him, right? Olak, you got to be right there somewhere, right?
Yep.
I'd be on the other side.
Handler on the other side.
I'll have a 6.
And
Presenting a united front, all within fireball range.
yeah.
Go big or stay home.
I should probably be glowing in this.
Probably should be glowing in this.
He's up in the corner.
Thank you. Okay. Now, according to the book, the charisma check starts at 25. But it's -5 if you have Lulu with you. It's -5 if you have Olanthius with you. So now that 25 is now a 15.
Okay.
And Olak, you step forward and present this sword to Zariel.
I was going to wait until Ruckus gave me the nod.
Okay.
Now's the time.
All right,
So-
Olak, give us your speech.
My speech. This
No,
is Ruckus.
Ruckus, give us your speech.
So, great Zariel, we have heard and seen your great power and influence over this realm as an archdevil. But we also know and have heard from your companion Lulu that previously you were an archangel, and that you had perhaps even more power and influence as an archangel. And we are hopeful, as we now have ourselves seen the light of Lathander and his blessings. He enabled us to vanquish this demon, and he sought to save his followers here in this temple. And we ask you to consider once again turning to the light, turn to Lathander, and return to the way of good and of life over darkness and death. We believe you have this power within you.
I'm just looking to see when you're done.
She's been a guiding light for us here in hell, right? And we've done her bidding.
Yeah.
We've done this bidding to honor her, and we've done as she has asked. Lathander will always want her back. All she has to do is desire it.
And our friend even is wearing the mark. It was the mark that her mark
Yes.
Yeah, so she knows it.
to
We pledged ourselves.
pledge himself to you, but also now wishes to
Pursue Lathander.
go the way of the light, go the way of Lathander. And this is what we are hoping. It is what your good friend Lulu has guided us through many different quests and encounters here in hell to get the things we needed in order to obtain the sword and follow the way of the light.
Has been an advocate.
Ultimately, yes, in pursuit of our ultimate goal of saving the town of El Terrell and our ultimate hope that we could restore you, redeem you to the way of the light.
Did we mention your friend with Olanthius is here? He too wishes.
Well done. Inspiration.
And
That's a lot to come up with on
and
short notice.
You know,
we brought in
I second the
someone else
motion.
from your past. Look at your old friend.
And we burned the village, and right the horses, and we rode off on the women, and plunder, and pruned the hedges, many small villages, Who the hell are you?
I'm sorry to cheapen that
No,
good moment.
that is. We do that all the time, and you finally beat us to the punch on one.
Rape the horses. And she looks at you, eyes are narrow, and says, "The power of Lathander has nothing of the power the great Asmodeus has bestowed upon me."
But that power, with that doesn't it come the requirement that you use it to?
I, as a devil, have been more power than I ever was. I've slain more demons than I ever could as an angel.
Power to destroy and subjugate.
And protect the mortal plane from the demons that invade. My purpose is a higher calling.
And what's this city that you're trying to destroy?
These souls would fuel my legions of devils and aid us in the battle against demonkind.
How powerful would you be if you turned back to the light and wielded your sword again?
The sword is gone, destroyed.
It's right here.
Well, we hadn't seen that, I don't think.
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, because he was waiting for your
Okay. Okay, it's right. Actually, it's right here.
That's the signal.
and her demeanor changes and looks down at Lulu. What is this trickery? And Lulu says, "No trickery. No trickery, Sarah. Roll your die.
The
2d20.
sword.
2d.
Two.
Yeah,
The
the sword and the help. Here you have the advantage with the assistance.
Yeah, the
You have
sword chose that our companion Olak was worthy, but I think he might be willing to give it to you,
might be willing.
Olak.
Are you on mute?
Aw, we didn't lose you, did we? Hola. There.
Nope.
Are you talking to me? I
Yeah.
didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Are you willing to give her the sword?
Yes.
Okay.
all
The
right.
sword would like to go back to her.
So
I am a temporary guardian of it.
Nat 20!
Nat 20.
Boom!
nat 20, and so the
Plus 6.
And you have a D4 on there as well, because you have.
Because I'm blessed!
D4.
so seeing the sword, seeing Lulu, seeing Olanthius and Yael behind. You didn't think it's possible that her demeanor, that was cold and stoic, softened, and a tear drops from her eyes.
Somebody catch that.
You should have done this as an intervention.
A tear of Zariel's got to be something great.
Where's the vial?
Yeah, where's a vial?
She reaches out to grasp the
John has
sword
Extra vials.
Pardon me.
and holds it in her hand. Looks down to Lulu, and Lulu's just kind of, yes, Zara, you could do it. And she says, "I can feel the power within. breaking through, and similar to what happened to Olak, this archdevil starts to burst in holy radiant light in a flash of light that makes you all squint. And then as she comes back, this image of her in all black has changed to a celestial white as she's turned. The halo of fire turns into a halo of radiant energy. This, in one hand she holds a flail, in her other hand she holds a hammer, the hammer of Koshashi. I'm not saying that right. And she drops them as she grasps the sword, and the flail falls off, and the stump of her hand grows into a new hand, and she says, "Yes. What have I done, Lathander?" And she looks into the temple, and she sees the priest and says, "What have I done?" And with her radiance, she kind of lets out the big, and it's a shock wave of radiant energy, celestial energy. All demons and devil kind just evaporate into disintegration, and she looks up and says, "These poor people." And she goes around and she starts raising the dead and healing the wounded. "I will return you all. You must go back to the mortal plane where you belong." And she looks to the blotted sun. I forget what it's a slut. What do they call it?
The planetary.
The planetary, yeah. And she reaches up, and a ray of light goes from her sword into the planetary and just disintegrates it, and a whole opening to the sun rises up, and the whole planetary, the whole mode of Earth, Elturel, starts to rise. And she goes, "I will never forget you for the honor you've given me." And she looks, and she reaches, and it says, "You, Olak, for you give me this power. I will bestow upon you. You may either claim my flail or my hammer." So this is Metalatak. The Frostfather is an ancient. Now I warn you with this hammer. This hammer is a possession, was created and is believed owned by Koshashi, but I have him imprisoned. But nonetheless, you should be aware, if you choose this, you will make the mortal enemy of Koshashi. Anyone care to pronounce that?
So that's the one we were supposed to free.
Yeah. And Olanthea says, I thought you were going to free him.
We didn't get around to it.
So you can have that, but with this hammer, I would change it such that instead of doing, is it this one or is it the other one? Favorite weapon, immune. No, that's fine.
30-foot radius.
Yeah, so with that, I would say you can bestow upon anyone that you want a mark that would protect them from this cold damage,
like your team,
like your adventuring team.
Okay.
But that wouldn't be an innocent village that happens to be mixed in, right?
Specific.
But that is
one creature.
That is one choice she is giving you. The other choice is her flail, and I have to find. Where is she? Creatures?
It's closest to Swedish.
Flail's on the end at the
Oh,
top.
besides that.
There you go. And one more in.
Yeah, but that's a normal flail. I had it up. Here it is.
Flail.
So this flail All right, it does, instead of 1d8, it's going to do 2d8 damage. This plus 8 is your strength, so it's 2d8 plus your strength. Piercing damage plus 36, but instead of fire damage, I'm going to change that to radiant, which is a little bit better.
Plus 16 attack.
No, that's what
That's
she gets, right? That's not what he would get.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, truly.
It's a normal damage. It's a normal flail. It does an extra d8 damage base, but it does that plus 36 radiant damage. So that's your choices. You can have that flail, or you can have that metal. If you do the flail, I have to create it for you. If you want, I'll probably recreate this one too.
Yeah, let me see what ones I can actually become proficient with.
Flail.
Probably the flail, since you've got that whip that you're.
While you think about that, there's one last
Yes.
thing.
Uh-oh.
And he looks at Ruckus. I assume you lead this group.
Yeah, we're more of a
Cooperative.
Collaborative too.
yeah.
And
Organized mob.
she plucks a feather out of her wings and gives it to you and says, if you are ever in need of my service, prey upon this feather and I will come to your aid.
Thank you. That is a wonderful gift.
I'm actually more scared because now we're going to need it at some point. The DM doesn't give it unless he plans to take it away. Take it away.
I know, I want to do it here.
Yeah, or fly. I think that's my favorite one.
Yeah, it's one you end up using.
Is it?
In Faerun,
Oh, yeah.
where would one find a Haliphant? Lulu says, you've done us a great service, and goes up to Martello. Says, you've been a fair companion, but my destiny is by Zariel's side. However, how many choices are they going to give me?
That would be most Celestia. That would make sense.
Did you say the feather would, if we prayed on it, would summon her?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Roll me a d4.
3.
3.
Didn't say. Material plane, that's it.
The city of Waterdeep, or Silvery Moon, known for their strong magical and divine presence, including in temples and organizations dedicated. And she said,
There is a temple of Lathander in Waterdeep.
if you go to the temple of Lathander in Waterdeep, and you pray to Lathander, and if you would wish for a Hierophant companion, Lathander will see that your wish comes true.
It's better than a donkey.
I think Vloin would say, it's not as good as a donkey.
Poor Eeyore.
It's not a gold dragon.
Okay. Well, thank you.
So, the Elturel returns to the mortal plane. And
The rest of us just get a T-shirt.
the rest of you just get a t-shirt.
A week of celebration.
I went to Avernus and all I got was a T-shirt.
I think you had a pretty good experience.
We ride with Elturel to the mortal plane, right?
Yes, yeah, as you float up,
And what happens to the ghost of Gloin?
Indeed.
he returns to the mortal plane as Gloin.
That's-
He was never a ghost during this whole
Oh,
time.
Okay,
No,
not
yeah.
ghost, but okay.
So,
We
because
broke him out of jail. I mean, hell.
broke him out of hell,
Hell, Joe.
We escaped Hell's grasp.
you escaped Hell's grasp.
Woohoo! Woo!
So, then I would
I
say,
didn't get any souvenirs.
didn't you though? As you look at your,
Yeah,
I got a feather. You got a
You
tattoo?
got
I got a -1 hit point permanently.
yeah.
Olak has wings.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the wings anymore.
you do. You keep all.
Oh, you?
You keep everything but the sword. So everything in the top half of that
Oh.
description, you keep.
Oh, so you get
Oh.
the good looks and the awesome
Well, that's
hair?
cool.
All this stuff you keep.
It's
The
perfect.
personality, you keep those personality traits, all that. You don't get the whole any. So basically, a holy light down, you don't get. But everything up here,
Gotcha.
you get. Yeah. So these are.
Always.
Yeah, charisma 20 when you were 8.
Yeah.
Not to mention this sword, this weapon that you're gonna choose.
Yes.
Resistance and
I'm-
necrotic
have a
and
path
radiant
to my
damage.
True
Holy
sight.
Yeah, talk about overbuffed, right?
Yeah, that's a bit excessive. I'm
Just have to go
thinking
down the
Malatoc
Temple
is
of
the way to
Lathander
go.
and Waterdeep and pray
Okay.
to Lathander for all.
And then we can have an arch nemesis again.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have a path to a Hollyphant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now Hollyphant probably can't turn into a mastodon.
Understood.
Yeah.
But they're still,
They're pretty cool,
they're handy.
and with that spell orb around it, which
Yeah. Exactly.
so, I mean, we have plenty of time. Why don't we think about? A lot of times in an adventure, it's good to talk about. We fast forward a year as you disembark from your. You stand around the town hall and everyone's patting you on the shoulder. Oh, thank you. You make a pact to return in 1 year's time. What have you done in that year?
Well, I can stay in Elturel and he's the mayor now.
Nice. I like it.
There you
Mayor Elturel. Anyone else?
Christiana would have returned to her order and reported back all these things, and nobody would believe a word she said.
Nice.
But she brought back some samples, so they're like, maybe,
Yeah.
but really, you went to hell and survived.
Palamir became a missionary of Lathander, going out east, and returned in white robes, and completely not pale anymore, and just for the first time happy and content.
So, Waterdeep, you would have been up here, I believe. Was it?
Do we get to level up?
Begs the question, right?
No, yes, you all leveled up. Hopefully, you had the chance to meet your. Some of us still have dark gifts.
Some of us just like to go swimming once in a while.
I took a humanoid line.
Yeah, you might be the only one that's left with a dark gift. You have a dark gift, but it's been altered, right?
Yeah. So
Mine's just a shady gift now.
In a dark
Gloin
shadow.
needs to go either back to his own where he was raised up as a cleric, because he's got some things going on with being a dragon and his dark gift and the things he's had to do, and he needs to.
You do have a coin burning a hole in your pocket.
Soul coin.
No.
No, it
No.
was the coin.
Coin of Chalicia.
To give to what's his name in
Arundel.
Arendelle
Take to
in
Arendelle,
the
Fortitude,
Wizard Tower
and-
in Fortitude.
Oh, that's right.
Well, actually, that
Sure,
I was
Rock's
thinking
friend.
Fortitude would be the place I'd want to go into solitude and figure out the things in my head.
I'm gonna be working on myself.
Here's the coin.
Yeah, definitely working on myself.
Only true death can stop
But yeah, I should-
Chalicia.
I jotted this down. He said if you brought it to Fortitude, to Arendelle, it would turn into a ring of magical resistance.
Well, it would. You have a ring also that would become a ring of magical resistance.
Nice.
So you do that.
Yes.
I mean, that's an adventure waiting to be told. Leaves us one person.
And I'm sure, like, during this time, Christiana would have gone on adventures that would that could be turned into something.
We have to decide what we want to do next.
So Martello most certainly would make his way to the temple at Waterdeep and pray for and wish for his Hollyphant companion, whom he would have received,
Yeah, I'd want to get my ass.
named to be TBD.
Yeah, I think in that prayer it would tell you where to find. It would be the next step in the adventure, because I think I like one of these other ones better. I think Mount Celestia. Let's see. Oh, that's a planet. Yeah, how about the High Forest, home to the ancient magic and numerous elven ruins, which might attract celestial beings due to its deep connections with the nature. So, Lathander would give you the vision of where these ruins could be found, and told you to go there, invoke Lulu's name, and you would find a companion there. Perhaps the High Forest is somewhere near Neverwinter Forest, outside of Fortitude,
Right.
or Thunder Tree to some.
Right, and perhaps, being that, Martello is one who, looks to work for the good, that having heard that perhaps Fortitude was still in recovery from the Horde, may have made his way there to
Help
see what we can do
rebuild.
to help.
All right. So that is the end of Descent into Avernus. Whew. All right.
We did it. We
did
escaped
it.
hell.
So I am interested in what you thought, how it went. I'm also interested in next week. Glenn, you're not here. Ken is not here. And we're going to have this Andy Rowe guy come and demonstrate this B&B game. I'm looking forward to it. But the week after that, I don't know if Ken is going to be back yet. We might have to make a decision.
Tentative.
So we'll see. But we have to. What do we want to do next? We had thrown out some ideas. I can do smaller adventures. Do you want to continue at level 15? Oh, you all of your characters leveled up, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to become a cleric. Okay.
Do you want to continue with these characters or some version?
I think it
Depends on what
might
we
be
do.
fun to do one shots surrounding the characters, and there might be some overlap, like because they're all companions now, but it would give the ability for someone to choose. Like, we don't have to rejoin as a full group. Like maybe Gloin's off doing his contemplation.
But do we want to do level 15 or we want to do something else?
I think it depends. It depends on the story.
Okay. So the very strong story that I have, and it's kind of prepared, is the Chalicia, the Crypt of Chalicia, or whatever it's called. Right. I have the dungeon. Right. It's very much. Why is it not coming to me? A death trap. It will. It's going. It's not. Funnel's not right for. I mean, if we're doing level 15,
Dungeon crawl.
it is a dungeon crawl, and it is very, very deadly. which might be good if you're if you play level 15 characters that you don't care about as much. That might be a good thing.
Like for Christian, for example, I was thinking it might be fun to do like a short campaign. You know, maybe a few people return, otherwise new characters with Christiana, and do like a monster hunter, you know, campaign. And kind of riffing off her backstory.
Yeah, and so what is one thing that Christiana might be interested in pursuing, or an artifact that she might be hunting? I can think up something for you, or you can tell me.
Well, I mean, I talked to you at one point about like collecting, binding, and restraining. She has 2 now, right?
Tell me about the 2 you have.
So I've got the manacles that prevent characters from changing, like shape-shifting or whatever.
That was homebrewed.
That was homebrewed. And then there's the interdimensional or dimensional shackles.
Shackles.
Prevent someone from teleporting.
Isn't there a spell called Force Cage? There's something.
Yes.
So maybe Christiana would be interested in learning how to cast or something that would be able to produce that Force Cage for you. Maybe. That's just an idea.
Yeah, I'm not aware of the spell, but that let me look at that.
Zurwak has a dream of casting that and then having someone cast whatever that like radioactive spell is, and then just microwaving someone.
I like it, and we can do that in 2 weeks. If we want, should we say you're level 15? If we all want to do level 15 characters? So that's the question. If you want to continue on with these characters at that... So you've come back a year later, and Christiana says, I have an adventure. I want to go do the blah, blah, blah. I'll give you the blah, blah, blah later.
And it could even happen during that year.
Yeah, but I'm giving these guys the option to join you or not.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like, so some of the folks might be tied up with pre-existing, but like Martello, for instance, you know, maybe Martello is free to adventure and it comes on there. So
I'm giving them their choice.
Right. No, I'm saying that I think there's still a way to do that.
Yeah.
That's my point.
All right. So, as you, maybe this is before that year then. At some point before that year, Christiana says, hey, I've got this adventure. Who wants to join me?
Yeah.
So, of this group, do you want to join them as this character or something different?
So it's like, it's going to be monster hunting? That's what we're doing?
It's going to be some sort of monster hunting mixed with searching for an artifact.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm going to have to make up some stuff. It'll be fun. I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, but I might
I just thought of a
somebody
hook,
new.
like you're the mayor of Elturel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we come back for the reunion, and you're missing, or something like that. And then we would quickly rescue you, and then the question is, what is the bigger thing that's going on? That's the one shot.
That's a great idea.
Follow the trail.
But I think what he's saying is before that. What?
Yeah. This will be before that.
We all have our own little adventures.
So you'll be busy becoming mayor. So I'm not sure Ruckus would be the right person to go with Christiana. But if you had another character, if you want to roll up something entirely new at level 15. But that means you're actually going to have to spend some time to do it. But if you're traveling, are you traveling? What are you doing next week?
Work up in Chicago for 3 days, and then we're doing our thing in Arizona. We're going with some friends to Phoenix for a long weekend.
Okay, so it doesn't sound like you're going to want to spend time on D&D then.
Except do it on the plane. But
Yeah, well, yeah. So level 15 character. I'll give you 2 magic items. We'll do one good one and one more mundane, more rare one. If it's legendary, you're going to have to really sell it to me. You follow me?
So
one rare, just some, like that's kind of the lowest level. and so there's levels, right? There's lowest and let's say third level. Does that make sense? There's the bottom tier, there's middle, second to bottom, the third from the bottom tier, whatever that is. I don't remember off the top of my head. Whatever tier that is, pick something from there. And if you find something else that is particularly perfect for the character you devise, let me know and we can have a conversation. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So you're going to have a new character. What do you think, Noel? New character, or you want to continue with this? Or you use a different one of your characters?
Yeah, I'd have to think about it, to be honest.
All right. Ken, what do you think?
I like paying the man, but
As long as my new boss is okay with me going. I mean, it seems like evil is afoot. This would be a good thing to go do.
Okay. We'll continue with Olak. Gloin or Martello? Monster hunting?
I'm for it. I think I would want to have the opportunity to noodle on. Do I continue with Martello or do I spool up something new?
Yeah, we could think about it, especially for the.
And how many weeks are you thinking this will be?
Probably 4.
Yeah, so it's a fairly short.
Yeah. So 1 is not enough. 2 or 3 maybe. 4.
More that it's not like a 10-week. It's not a long commitment.
Yeah.
It's just
Right.
a short,
Right. But I think that could also be an opportunity to either bring back in somebody.
It's
or,
also an opportunity if you wanted a break from playing D&D for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm for it. I like the idea. I would just want to have the chance to think on: do I continue with Martello or do I spool up somebody new? Or, if we're again, I don't have.
If you do a new character, I encourage you to watch D4 Dog Letter Dog number 4 Deep Dive. All right, YouTube channel. He is an optimizer. All right, he will help coach you in strong ways to build characters, how to mix classes to make them pretty darn powerful. D4 Deep Dive.
That's how I created Martello.
That's how I created Christiana as well. And did I get an answer from you? What do you think? Or you have to think about it?
Yeah, I would have to think about it, but I actually think a 4-week break would actually be kind of nice.
All right. Now, in that 4 week, I'll also say that's March, and there's going to be at least 1 week that we're going to skip. Right? We're going to us 3 are going to GaryCon, so that'll be one Thursday.
In the middle of the month?
And
24th, 22nd, 4th, something.
22 through something.
Okay.
I don't remember what Thursday in March it is either, but there's one Thursday I'll have to miss too.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So
I've got 2
we say 4 weeks, but that 4 weeks might be spread over 2 months.
Yeah.
But that's still not the same as, multi-month campaign.
Right.
So next week, think about it. For those that are going to be here, we can talk about it more next week.
Okay.
All right, and I'm expecting you 4 to be there next week for the play this game. There'll be 5 of us to play this game.
Yeah.
Okay. Done early tonight.
Sweet.
Awesome.
My thoughts on this game. On the one hand, it was railroady, but it's not like I didn't give you opportunities to do things outside of the railroad. Right? It was very much do this to do that to do that to
I
do
didn't
that.
feel railroaded, but I felt pigeoned a little bit.
Yeah.
These are your paths.
Yeah, I mean, you could vary from the past, but then they gave you the pressure of the time constraint.
Right.
Now, to be fair, I made up the time constraint. The whole thing about
I think we kind of needed it.
yeah,
In some ways, yeah.
it was a pretty generous time constraint.
Yeah.
And you could have, and you did do side quests. You did do the Hellrider script. You did go get the the wish, which was another thing I totally made up. What I think worked out pretty well.
That we
So
solved the ruckus problem.
Yep. So I thought it did okay. I liked the pigeon. Yeah, it kept me and allowed me to be able to focus on what we were doing next. I thought, for me, if I were to do this, I would try to figure out ways to bring Zariel into it more.
Yeah.
Because I thought, okay, I brought her in for the wish part, but all she did was save your butt once. She needed to be more of a threat and more of a looming presence. And she wasn't, right? And then kind of the resolution of it was a little bit too easy, maybe.
Yeah, the sword standards are pretty low if we all qualified.
Yeah. And yeah. I could have made you roll a check to see who got the sword, but I like the idea of him getting it. So
Well,
I went.
and let's be, I mean, just strictly at a practical level, he's got the ability to move farther, faster than any of us, right? So it only makes sense, frankly, that he got there. Now, his worthiness, that could have been subject for discussion. Like, okay, he tries, it doesn't work. Okay, other people are working their way in, but
kind of by the book. Curmudgeon wasn't going to get it, right? He was kill the villagers, right? You two died, and by the book it says people that died weren't going to get the chance.
And Ruckus
And killed a villager.
Ruckus actually killed a villager.
You two were possibilities.
Right.
You seemed to say you wanted it, but then you changed your mind tonight.
Oh, with
The sword.
Oh,
The
yeah.
sword.
Yeah, I don't know if it seemed like somebody else wanted it more.
So I'm pleased that he got that, and I was happy to be able to change the curse. So I promised that I think I promised that would resolve the vampire if whoever claimed the sword. I think I mentioned that.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, you did.
And so I wanted to do that.
You said it would fully eliminate vampire.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I thought Minnie was going bye-bye.
Well,
Yeah, I thought
that was a possibility, but I like this resolution better, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That raises another adventure idea, is that Taw promised to return to Barovia
Yeah.
to settle to check in on whatever her name was and to settle the score with
Veronica?
Vampire. No. The
Kotota with
the one who replaced Strahd.
yeah.
Oh.
Strahd's what, daughter?
No.
bride.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's like
girl.
reincarnated love, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to go back there?
And take on Vampire.
Yes. At a high level. You know, we're taking on a god, so we'd all
I
have
don't
to
think
be,
15's even high.
No, we'd all have to be like 20s.
So this
Oh my god.
But
Crypt of the Devil Lich, Chalicia, I would think Katota would be particularly interested in that.
when Katota's back at, yes, they'll be.
So it's a lich, and you have lich-minded stuff, and because I'm interested in what Katota has done in the last year.
Yeah. You'll have to think on that.
Fun stuff. Thinking about this stuff is kind of, for me, part of the fun of the game. What are each of my characters doing right now? Dag's bugging.
Lorne. Lorne's trying to put the town back together.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Strider's chasing Dag around looking for the Winterstone fragment that he made off with. So
I think no. Was that enough?
Guess I can't be a cleric because I'm here in the mirror.
Wisdom's not good enough.
Yeah.
Always no paladin.
Nope. Strength's not high enough.
Uh-oh.
But
I'm
who's
stuck
to
with
say that in the
sorcerer.
course of your year of travel and whatever, maybe you stumbled on something that...
I don't know, when do you get a
little
feat? Because there's
Yeah.
feats that can raise your wisdom.
It's not this one.
There's
So-
also books that'll give you a +1 if you're close.
Yeah,
Because Ta got one
it's a good way to get around it too.
from the Strahd adventure. He read the book and it gave him a +1 to one of his.
Sorcerer could be interesting, but
Wild magic sorcerer. Just saying.
I think a bard kind of fits in with a missionary a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
My charisma's already high. Of course,
Rape
it's
the
intimidation.
horses of many small villages. So funny. Oh, I should end the broadcast. Ken?
Yes,
Thanks for playing.
still here.
Safe
Yes, thank you very much.
safe travels and
Is this? Are you going to India?
Yep, I'll let you know if I think I can make it. Not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, because it'll be like 5 a.m. for me. So
okay.
kind of depends on what the day agenda is.
All right, so bye all the fans, many fans that are watching this. Appreciate you watching. This was the end of Descendant of Avernus as we all escaped Hell's Grasp. And not next week. Next week we're doing something a little different. In 2 weeks, I don't know what it is. I don't know what intro I'm going to use, but we'll be doing something. All right, until then, next time, take care.